Well, good morning. We're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you for coming together again this morning to get an update on events and activities taking place at the university. I'm going to keep my portion short today because this is a day where we're going to hear from the strategy team and some of the incredible projects that are being led by members of our community and the impact that it's having on the organization. This is a busy time of year as we are knee-deep into the second semester and we see graduation and many activities of celebration that we are approaching pretty quickly. So first, I want to take an opportunity to recognize our amazing students. We had an event on campus about a week ago where a person was found down out near the South Corridor within the campus building and partially under a stairwell. And 6 of our students rendered aid, making sure that the person was taken care of, understanding whether they needed cardiopulmonary resuscitation. And 2 of our faculty who were with them also were present. One of the names not up there also was, of course, our Dean of our College of Medicine, who too was there and able to render aid. Fortunately, that person was transferred to University Hospitals Portage and has been taken care of, and we understand is doing well. But thank you to our amazing team of students who, not yet clinicians, rendered aid and very quickly assured that this individual was going to be taken care of appropriately. So amazing, heroic students that we have. Thank you so much. It's also Black History Month, and there are numerous events that are taking place over the course of this month to recognize Black history, especially Black history as it pertains to medicine. I encourage you to attend some of these lunch and learns and other celebrations that are taking place as we recognize the important contributions of African-American clinicians and research scientists to the advancement of healthcare. We also will be celebrating the white coat ceremony for our certified anesthesiologist assistants. They are in a different time sequence relative to their semester than the rest of the campus. They start in the beginning of January and their academic year ends at the end of December. We have a whole new crew who joined us, amazing students, most of them from the local area, and we will be taking an opportunity to get their white coats on and celebrate their immersion into becoming clinicians. An amazing team of people that run that program for us. So thank you very much to Nate and to Julie Altman for running this program. Looking forward to celebrating with our CA students this coming week. We're having slide challenges today. College of Medicine is doing stellar with our incredible students. Getting into ophthalmology is one of the most competitive residencies that exists. You're fortunate typically within a large College of Medicine class to have 1 or 2. We actually have 5 students who've matched into ophthalmology in the early match process, really prestigious matches, and 2 of them right here in Cleveland, one at the Cleveland Clinic and the other Case Western Reserve University Hospital. So congratulations to, again, our amazing students. Yes, thank you. And we, of course, have 4 students who are our amazing patriots who will be serving our nation wearing various uniforms to support our service men and women by serving as physicians. And we've also had 4 of them match in the early military match. So congratulations to them also. And of course, speaking of match day will be March 15th. We encourage all of you to attend. It's a big celebration, of course, on this campus when all of our students in their 4th year will be finding out where they're going next as they take the education that they've received on this campus and finally begin to practice as physicians. These physicians will start off typically as interns. The majority of them will stay here in Ohio, but a number of them will spread across the country where NEOMED, in the great education that takes place here with our students, be recognized by others who receive care by them. So please, I encourage you to attend if you're able to do so. We'll have more in the College of Pharmacy's match process as it comes up. It's a more extended process rather than a single day event. We will also be holding the Biomedical Innovation Competition. We call it NEOVations Bench to Bedside program. Dr. Safadi and Dr. Hope Ball and a group of students who are leading this program have brought experts in to help assist students. And these students are interdisciplinary in the areas of engineering, business, law, medicine, design, as they come together to identify an unmet clinical need, and over the course of a 7-month period of time, figure out best ways to address that need through a new technology. Typically, they'll find a niche to be able to file a piece of intellectual property, typically a patent, and then they will develop a proof of concept prototype, and we'll have a large event on May 1st where these students will be doing pitch presentations to share the technology they've created, the medical problem that they're addressing, why it's better than what's out there, and how it's solving the problem in a better way. So Dr. Safadi, thank you. We're looking forward to this event. And once again, I encourage all of you to attend. This will be right here on our campus out in the atrium, and we'll have numerous visitors coming to the campus with expertise in venture capital and medical startups to help us assess and award over $20,000 in funding to keep these ideas moving forward for our students. Our vitals presentation will be one of our very own, Dr. Crystal Macall. If you don't know Dr. Macall is one of these amazing 6-year pathway graduates from our past who did the 6-year BS to MD program. Dr. Macall graduated in 1984 and has really shined the light on NEOMED. She is a Stanford professor of pediatrics. She started the Stanford Oncologic Stem Cell Therapy in pediatrics, and much of her research work has now translated into patents that have contributed pretty significantly to the utilization of CAR T cells, which is a groundbreaking treatment for lymphomas and leukemias that's being applied across the world at this time. It is now being studied as potential treatments and therapeutics for other types of disease processes, especially those that involve immune system dysfunction. So we're really looking forward to hearing from her as she joins us to share the work that she's doing and the impact that her education at NEOMED has had on her ability to do this. I'm also pleased to say that on March 7th, Dan Simon from University Hospitals will be on campus to recognize our University Hospitals NEOMED faculty scholars and NEOMED student scholars. These scholars were really the brainchild of University Hospitals. Their mission is to teach, to heal, and to discover. And they wanted to recognize truly outstanding faculty members on this campus from across all of our colleges and truly outstanding students in our PhD program who represented key elements of their mission. We had a number of nominations, and those nominations went through a rigorous selection process. And the JSOG team, or the Joint Strategic Oversight Group at University Hospitals and NEOMED, had the opportunity to vet these and to select our first inaugural faculty and student scholars. We're going to recognize them in person. Each of these comes with different rewards and pieces of recognition. It's really about bringing us more and more together around research and education with University Hospitals as we continue to grow our affiliation agreement. So I want to recognize 30 of our outstanding faculty who were selected to receive this award. You'll recognize these names. These are really outstanding leaders. felt they were very representative of at least 2 areas of their mission: to teach, to heal, and to discover. With this will come a monetary award in addition to other benefits of their selection. So if you're able to join us on March 7th, we ask that you do so as Dan Simon comes to be able to recognize them with their certificate and recognition for the award. We also have 6 students who are all in NEOMED's PhD program. It's easier to mention 6 names than it is 30. So Dr. Noah, I'm going to get this wrong. I apologize, Noah. Aguirre, and of course, Dr. Mijan Terzic, Trinity Augusta Kronk, Gabrielle Robinson, Trey Hillier, and Layla Almasari. So congratulations to them. This will also come with a monetary award to them, in addition to other benefits that have been outlined in the new program manual. Some of you will have known Dr. Robert Liebelt. Dr. Liebelt was the first dean of the College of Medicine and the second provost here at the university in our earliest days as we stood this institution up. He's been a fixture. You'll notice his name, in fact, is still present on this campus with Liebelt Hall. Dr. Liebelt unfortunately passed away well into his 90s, and in his will really wanted to have an opportunity to have his name back here and to be recognized through a recognition ceremony where we celebrate his life. So on March 16th, a Saturday from 2:30 to 4, we'll come to the university along with his friends, his family, and our community. And so many people have been impacted by the great work that Dr. Liebelt did in establishing this university and helping us to grow. I hope you're able to join us for this also. As I said, we have a lot of events and a lot taking place this time of year, but this is so important to recognize our heritage and the great impact that Dr. Liebelt has had on this institution. The College of Dentistry will undergo its big accreditation process April 4th and April 5th. This is the final step. They've been cleared by the Ohio Department of Higher Education to move forward with recruiting for the college. Higher Learning Commission, as many of you know, came through and did a review with us. We're waiting on their final board results. However, we did receive the write-up from the inspectors, and they had glowing recommendations and enthusiastically recommended that the Batante College of Dentistry be given HLC approval. And CODA will be the last step. We will visit with them, have an opportunity to address any concerns, answer their questions. The two-day visit will result in a presentation of NEOMED's programming this summer. And as I understand it, by about the first or second week of September, we will hear whether we've been approved for initial accreditation. And if we are, we can begin the process of recruiting students to start an inaugural class in August of 2025. So best of luck. Not that we need luck, but thank you to all the people doing the work behind the scenes with Dr. Beck and the entire dental team. Commencement will be May 4th. There are a lot of celebrations that take place around this with the various colleges. At this commencement, we'll be recognizing our largest graduating class, and certainly the largest class of graduates that the College of Graduate Studies have seen to date. We will be celebrating honorary degree candidates. We'll be celebrating some new university distinguished professors. Can't share any of the details on this until our Board of Trustees has had an opportunity to approve this, but really an amazing year for us and a great celebration taking place. I once again encourage all of you to attend, and certainly for our faculty, we want to see full regalia participating and supporting our students. Their graduation is truly a recognition of you and your work and your efforts. They're there because of everything you've done and everything our staff has done to allow them to get to this point. It is your support that we're watching cross that stage. So please come, please participate, and please be involved in the celebration. I do want to recognize two individuals on our campus, Cherry Harris and Heather McEwen, Cherry's been here with us now for 10 years, and Heather for an amazing 25 years serving the university. So congratulations. Thank you. We hope you have another 25 years with us in the future. And of course, we'll have our employee and faculty recognition and awards ceremony on March 8th. This is our annual opportunity to truly recognize the great work that many of you, all of you do, but a select few who've been put forward and selected for special recognition. I hope that all of you are again able to come, whether you're being recognized or it's one of your colleagues who's being recognized, your support and your presence really means a lot and makes this a much more meaningful opportunity and recognition for them. We can't do what we do at this institution without you. It's people that make this happen. We are a service organization, whether it's research, education, or the service aspects to the community or those associated with research or education. It's all people. It's not robots. It's not machines. It's not buildings. It's you. And it's so important that we recognize all of the great work that you do. And then finally, I'm going to cut it there so that we can hear from the strategy team and hear the great work that's taking place under the strategic plan. Before we do so, any questions that I can address? In the absence of none, I will address one that came to my mind. I was on social media looking at things that were taking place at Northeast Ohio Medical University, and I saw that some students were starting a petition for signatures eventually to be presented, I assume, to me and Dr. Faison, to save the student-run free clinic. We have no plans on eliminating the student-run free clinic. So I'm not sure why that was started or where the students' concerns were, but clearly we need to make sure we do a good job communicating with them on this. Dr. Boltry will be retiring from the university, and he has been a big driver in the student-run free clinic. Perhaps that was part of the NIDIS. And yes, there are some grants that are going away as their time is now up. But the foundation has worked very hard to raise money. We have almost $200,000 in support sitting in the NEOMED Foundation for our student-run free clinic, and we will continue to see it thrive and serve the community. Part of what we will do is figure out how we do it better and bigger, have greater impact. After the pandemic hit, that clinic unfortunately saw a pretty big diminution in the number of patients who were benefiting from it. But I want to make sure that we deal with this right away. There are no plans to eliminate the student-run free clinic. It is a standout clinic. Multiple times it's been recognized as the #1 free clinic in the state of Ohio. And of course, the faculty and the staff who run that clinic have also received outstanding awards for the great work that they do. So with that, and in the absence of any questions, I'm going to turn it over to Lacey Madison. Lacey?
Good morning. Working. Good morning, everyone. Once a quarter, hi, I love that. Once a quarter, we have the opportunity to share with you the amazing progress that teams are making on advancing the mission of our strategic plan. And so this quarter is no exception. We've got 4 amazing groups that are going to talk to you about the work that we're doing. But before we introduce those folks, I want to just say thank you to each and every one of you, because at this point, at the end of the quarter, we are tracking 74% progress to goal on our strategic plan, which is ahead of target, and we're doing incredible work. And I just want to thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you so much. So today we're going to hear from 4 groups. We're going to start with Jordan Sindrich, who's going to talk to you about NEOMED Executive Education. So Jordan, as you know, is our Director of Operational Excellence and also is our main instructor he leads up our Lean Six Sigma enterprise as well as our Employee Empowered Excellence programs, working on professional development internally and externally for some of our clinical folks. So in support of the initiatives that continue professional development as well as grow our strategic partnerships, we're working with university hospitals to pilot NEOMED Executive Education, and Jordan's going to tell you all about that.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for entertaining me here today. So NEOMED Executive Education, we've been putting this together for about the last 8 months or so. It's been quite a heavy lift, a lot of work on a lot of people's parts to make this possible. And really, our new executive education initiatives are really riding on the backs of all of the great work that NEOMED's already doing. These new exciting efforts wouldn't be possible if we weren't already doing the things that we do at the university really well with our hospital partners and the stuff we're doing in the colleges. So I thank you for that. NEOMED Executive Education right now is piloting, as Lacey said, with university hospitals as our primary learners coming from there to begin with. The goal long term is that executive education will continue to expand outside of university hospitals to our other partners and eventually the community at large to bring things that we're largely already doing really well at NEOMED out into the larger community. These might be a little bit hard to read, but don't worry, I will read it to you. So right now, there are 6 programs that fall under the executive education umbrella. Some of them are things NEOMED has been doing for a while. Some of them are newly created programs that will fall under here. So our Lean Six Sigma Yellow Belt and Green Belt programs, we've given the curricula a little bit of a facelift and made them specific to healthcare operations, working in a clinical setting. All of the examples, most of the people in this room have probably gone through the Yellow Belt curriculum. All of the examples are healthcare focused. We're hiring instructors who have long leadership in clinical leadership, hospital leadership to come and mentor our learners that come through that program. We're going to be pushing quite a few people through our Yellow Belt program. With university hospitals alone, we're going to be having hundreds of people come through this program every year. So it's really exciting. Our fellowship in academic medicine, education, and research, NEOMED's been doing these programs for quite a long time. I think at least the education portion of that for upwards of 30 years. Janelle, is that right? We've been doing this a long time, and we have a reputation for these programs. We're now just moving them into a different modality. You can see on the side there, these are the things that all of these executive education programs are going to have. This is kind of our value proposition, is that you go to any university where they have an executive education program. It's usually in the business college. They hire experts, they come in, they teach their thing. NEOMED Executive Education is specifically healthcare based. Every one of our programs is specific for our healthcare partners and healthcare practitioners in the area. And NEOMED's been doing that for 50 years, right? We've been training healthcare professionals. We've been doing the research. We're just realigning those resources and expertise to have really high quality executive education offerings. Secondly, exceptional learner experience. As with any executive education program, we're really prioritizing the experience for people that have these enroll in these programs. We want this to be seamless. We want to cater to them. We want them to feel like they're having a good networking opportunity. All of those high quality experiences you would expect in any executive education programming. 3 highly qualified instructors. This isn't just going to continue to be the Jordan Sindrich Yellow Belt show at university hospitals. I'll be on the team, but we're going to leverage the university hospitals team. We're bringing in some of our faculty at NEOMED that have expertise in Lean Six Sigma and quality improvement. We've hired a few other experts that have been doing Lean Six Sigma for a long time in the clinical setting. We have a really nice team. I can only speak to the Lean Six Sigma one specifically. But with the other programs as well, they're bringing on additional instructors to really make this a high quality experience for our learners. And then finally, the hybrid learning model. We did some initial voice of customers with our initial audience here at university hospitals, and we learned that the healthcare providers that want to engage in these types of developmental opportunities, they really want an asynchronous portion that they can work through a curriculum on their own busy schedule, but they also want those high impact in-person events where they can network and meet other people interested in these topics. So all of these programs have an asynchronous portion. We've built an online curriculum for all of this. And there's also going to be some high impact in-person opportunities for each of these programs as well. Me selfishly, I'm excited about having the Lean curriculum online, because now we can start to exponentially get this out to other people that are interested. Even some of our academic programs here at NEOMED that have wanted to include Lean Six Sigma training in the curriculum, we can now do that very quickly. The remainder of the programs here, the Fellowship in Academic Medicine, Education, and Research, the final 2 are our new programs. One of them is an accredited health and well-being coaching certificate program that actually results in licensure for health and wellness coaches. University hospitals was very interested, strategically aligned for their needs and what we want to be able to provide them. And then finally, our fellowship in innovation research and entrepreneurship that focuses on those that are interested in going to market innovation, very similar to our bench to bedside program here at NEOMED at higher level. I just wanted to introduce you to the team of people that have been working on this over the last 8 months. We have Lacey Madison, she's our executive champion. Me doing what I usually do with Lean Six Sigma and helping get the operations behind this thing off the ground. Our FAME education and FAME research teams there, Janelle Kolner, Maria Ramundo, who have worked with that program for many years. Our FAME research team, Dr. Rebecca German and Dr. Sharad Shambag. Sabrina Kali is our program director for the Health and Wellbeing Coaching Certificate Program. Dr. Langell developing the curriculum for the FIRE program that hopefully eventually will have some additional personnel around that to keep that going. And Ashley Stitzel has recently moved over to the strategy team to help with executive education as our business manager. So this team has done a tremendous amount of work over the last 8 months to get this up and running for UH at the time that they wanted it, at least initially. But it's going to continue to grow, and we already have other programs that are saying, hey, we have an idea, or hey, we think this is another opportunity. So as this continues to grow, there's going to be more opportunities to bring more people on board the team and to have additional educational opportunities here. If you're interested in learning more, we do have a website on the NEOMED page. It's neomed.edu/executive-education. You can scroll through our programs, read descriptions, and learn a little bit more about what we're hoping to accomplish. And I think that's all for me. If there's any questions about executive education, happy to answer those. Otherwise, thanks for listening.
All right. Thank you very much for the opportunity to present our Greenbelt project that Joanne Hayes and I have been working on. So as part of the strategic initiative, Maria Scheimer created a task force to improve the clinical faculty appointment process, which is a very complex process involving about 10 handoffs and 6 reviewers. And it took over 90 days for an appointment to be processed. By identifying bottlenecks, reviewing and revising the faculty bylaws, and reducing wait time, we were able to reduce the lead time for a faculty appointment from 95 days to 12.3 days, which represents an 87% reduction in lead time. This impact is considerable because the number of faculty appointments is greater than 200 per year. So this really had major impact. Next, we began using a digital faculty appointment form, which reduced the amount of time required for completing appointment from about 1 to 2 hours down to under 20 minutes. However, using Qualtrics was tedious because it downloads a form that looks like this. This Excel file has about 120 different columns, and about 70 of those were extraneous for the reviewers. We had to manually extract that data to create a form that looks like this, which was more suitable for the reviewers to read. Therefore, we used a Qualtrics workflow, which would automatically extract the data that was relevant and load them into a working Excel file, which would then be mail merged to create that document that I just showed you. This reduced, so this is what the working Excel file looked like. And this reduced the processing time per application by 40%, from about 35 minutes to 21 minutes. Again, significant impact considering the number of applications we process. We also discovered Power Automate, which is a great tool for automating processes that we ordinarily would do manually. So when an application is uploaded into one of these folders, an automatic email is generated for approval. And when the application is received, the application is actually automatically attached to that email. So when the approve button is clicked, it then automatically moves the file into a shared folder and generates an automatic email to Joanne, Martha, and Deb with the file attached. And so this reduces the need for 3 manual emails and 1 file transfer. We also addressed the promotions timeline, and in the past, promotions process took greater than 12 months from submission of application to notification of the applicant. And by identifying some bottlenecks and removing some of the excess time, we were able to reduce the lead time from 12 months to 7.5 months, which is a 38% reduction. None of this happened from one person's work alone. This was a team effort without question. And so I really want to acknowledge the hard work of the team. Thanks also to Jordan for helping us with the Greenbelt project. I hope that this qualifies as my Greenbelt presentation. And also wanted to thank Bob Larson, who helped us create that Qualtrics form and got us on the right foot. Happy to answer questions. No, it was a great opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. May I officially congratulate you on your green from Jordan and myself. So obviously that is a great example of what we're trying to achieve, a strategic initiative, creating a lean culture and addressing our administrative processes. That's an amazing example of the reduction that we can discover in our programs and in our processes just by taking a deep dive and taking a look. So thank you for the folks who have done that. Next up, we're going to have our own David Vidito, who is our Senior Director of Alumni Relations. He's going to talk to us about NEOMED's proprietary mentoring platform that has been created for our students. Again, addressing the guiding principle that our people are our most important asset. In any way that we can continue to serve our stakeholders, our alumni, our clinical faculty, our students, this is something that we want to do, and we want to do it with excellence. And so this platform is one of the ways that we have made some progress in driving this mission initiative. David?
Thank you, Lacey. Oop, that's loud. Is that too loud? Can you hear me okay? Okay. Don't usually do the headset. I feel like Usher at the halftime show. I'm not going to dance though. Don't worry. So I thought about, as I was preparing this, really next month marks my 1 year anniversary here at NEOMED. So it's been quite a year. I've learned so much, and this is a very special place. And I just want to thank everybody for welcoming me over the past year. Really, it's been tremendous. When I look at those first few weeks on the job, those first few months, I was really looking for ways that we could make an impact on institutional goals and engage our alumni to that end. And one area of focus that's easy to look at and target is mentorship, because there's perhaps no greater gift an alum or a professional can give to students than that of their time in the spirit of mentorship. So the work began in earnest really in June. We started meeting weekly every Tuesday afternoon from June to the first week of January. And there were some tremendous campus partners. This was really a coalition across campus. We wanted to get this right and hear from everybody. So from people like Dr. Hamad and Dr. German and Dr. Altman, and Dr. Trump, Dr. Moses, Dr. Stavko, so many different people were part of this thing. But specifically, two individuals really helped get this across the finish line. Dr. Jackie Boyle, who was instrumental, and Anissa in her place when Jackie couldn't be there. And Harmony Stanger was tremendous. Harmony was on every Tuesday meeting with myself and the web designer the entire way from start to finish. So could not have done it without these individuals. So that was the process. And we eventually launched this to students in January. And we produced a little short video, 60 seconds or so, that I think encapsulates what the site's all about to students. And I figured we'd show it and start with that. And then we have just 2 slides.
As a NEOMED student, your medical journey is distinct. The challenges you face, they deserve exclusive, personalized solutions. Introducing NEOMED Connect, a platform where mentorship isn't just a luxury, it's essential. Here, you'll find mentors aligned with your academic interests, geographical preferences, and career aspirations. Our mentors, many of whom are NEOMED alumni, understand the rigor and prestige of your journey. They're successful health professionals, ready to share insights you won't find anywhere else. Embrace the guidance that's exclusively yours. NEOMED Connect, exclusively for you, the NEOMED student. Log in today and start shaping your future.
So like I said, that's how we rolled it out last month to students and to alumni to some extent. But really, why do we do this? Why do we build this site? And I only have like 2 slides, so I'll buzz through these. But if you listen to Dr. Basson speak and address groups, which I have, he'll talk about the need for role models and professional guidance and fellowship, especially for our first generation students, has never been greater. The anxiety they feel right now going through this process for a myriad of reasons, the pass fail issue and all those sorts of things. But everyone needs a mentor, and especially now, and especially our students. And when you think about mentors and professionals out there and all the noise, just the clutter we get to our inboxes and the social media noise and all those sorts of things, and the demand for time on our professionals and our alumni has never been greater. So what is the optimal approach to connect students with health professionals who are hopefully, walking in their footsteps? And to us, it was to build an online, customized, searchable database of health professionals specifically for NEOMED students. So on the left-hand side, the image up there is the landing page. The middle shot is more so the mentor search feature, and it functions very much like Amazon or any online retail shopping experience, right? In fact, it's been lovingly referred to as NEOMED Prime. So that's kind of our working title internally, but really that's how it was built. So students can log on through single sign-on, check these search boxes along the left-hand side by, specialty or offerings. And each time they check a box, it refreshes and homes in on specifically and precisely the type of counsel and guidance a student might be looking for. The far right-hand graphic is a sample bio of one of our mentors. And if it matches up with what the student's looking for, they can simply scroll down. There's a text box to add a message into, hit submit, and that's routed directly to the mentor's Gmail account or Suma account, whatever they prefer, okay? And the reason we did that is to make it easy, right? We just, in light of the previous slide, we didn't want to have our mentors and alumni have to log in, remember a password, and keep engaging in that way. This is delivered safely and securely to their preferred inbox, and from there, it's an email to email exchange. And it can grow from there. The baseline expectation is professional guidance, informational interviews, things of that nature, but certainly it can grow to more of a one-on-one type mentoring relationship. Here's some basic metrics. So we launched on January 8th, like I said. That first 24 hours saw 81 NEOMED students log on and spend time on the site and use the site. Last time we pulled the metric for total users was January 29th. I'm sure that's gone up, but over 200 students are using the site at the end of January. This has also gone up just in the past couple of days. Every couple of days we get a new mentor or 2, but we have 425 total mentors on the site. Our goal is to grow that to 1,000. And in total, we've had over 70 outbound messages to our professionals, our mentors, and friends who are opted in to help our students. 10,000 page views is certainly impressive, I think. But really the most impressive stat I'm told from our web designer is that our users, our students, are spending an average of 7 minutes on this site. I'm told that's a lot of time to be spending on a singular website. And then you can see the distribution of desktop versus mobile users. Finally, I'll end with the very first message that went out through NEOMED Connect to a mentor. I do so because it certainly made me feel good when it first came through, but just to show how impressive Cole Thompson, one of our M2 students, is, the professionalism of this message, this outbound message, is exactly what we had in mind. But the sentiment shared in it kind of made us feel like, hey, maybe we did something good here, right? So I'll leave that up there for a minute. And finally, I'll just say, the other reason we wanted to build this is mentoring programs are very difficult to sustain and manage. Traditional ones where you pair people up, they've always been difficult, but especially now with, again, how stretched people are for time and just making that time. So it's really a full-time job if you want to go that route. We felt like we couldn't do that. So we wanted to automate that full-time job of a person or a staff and do it in a way that's much more sustainable and take some things off the plates of some of our colleagues versus add things on. So that was the other goal. Any questions? I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, David. So last but certainly not least, we're going to give you an update on the Journal of Medical Sciences at NEOMED. And if you remember, 2 years ago, a group of innovative students came to us and said, we have this idea for a peer-reviewed journal here at NEOMED. And we were able to fund that through the SIF process. And it has been enormously successful. And it's really based on two of the key components of our mission, which is collaboration and innovation, and finding the intersection between education, research, and service. And so out of that innovative idea came the Journal of Medical Sciences. And so Trinity Kronk was one of our founding and Dr. Safadi was our founding faculty champion. Today, we're going to have Samantha Hardy and TJ Cahill, who are current NEOMED students who are transitioning leadership of JMS. They're going to tell you about the progress to date and some opportunities. So please come join us.
Hi, everyone. My name's Samantha, and this is TJ. We don't have any letters after our names yet, but and this is Trinity, and we just wanted to take this opportunity to thank her for all that she's done for the journal and its founding and since then, and we just have a little gift for her.
Thank you so much. And mentioning phenomenal mentors and potentially lifelong mentors, I would be remiss if I did not highlight Dr. Safadi's work in creating the journal and his continued involvement, as well as thanking the university for all of their support with the JMS.
Thank you.
Okay, so just a review for everyone, in case you aren't aware, I wanted to go over what the journal is. So it is a student-led and peer-reviewed journal that was founded in 2020, and the goal of the journal was to provide a platform for NEO students, faculty, and any affiliates of the university to publish their work. And that work can include original research, opinion pieces, editorials, reviews, abstracts, and some other works as well. And in 2021, the journal was endorsed by the Office of Research and Programs at NEOMED.
So just speaking a little bit to the growth of the journal since its founding. So it was 2020, it was founded, and we had 13 members at that time, or I guess 2021. In 2022, that jumped to 26 members, 2023 up to 32. And then 2024, we're down to 29, but we're still taking on new members at this time and anticipating more growth throughout the year.
Okay, and so since the founding of the JMS, we've received 44 publications, and we have published 20 of those articles so far. We have a third volume that is currently being published. Some have started to hit the library's website, so we will have 10 more articles that will be published in total in volume 3. And then we are also working on publishing 2 supplemental editions for the JMS, and that includes the NEOMED Research Symposium that happened in November, and then the NEOMED Resident Surgery Day that's happening this June. So we will be publishing the abstracts from both of those as well.
So another thing the journal does that I got to be very closely involved with this year is our education component. So monthly, we have a speaker come in and talk to our journal, as well as any other students or faculty who want to session, just on some aspect of research adjacent to that. So this one was case report writing with Dr. Reyna, did a wonderful job. Harmony Stang will be giving a talk on opportunities for M1s over the summer in a couple days. So just things like that. Another thing that we do is the peer reviewer course. This is mandatory for all of our new members, just to kind of make sure everyone's on the same page, same baseline, how a journal works, how to run a peer review, things like that.
Okay, and this slide is a little busy, but that's kind of on purpose. So the journal does a lot to publish each manuscript that comes through our doors. So we have about 12 people involved in each manuscript that we see, and that manuscript will go through multiple plagiarism checks. It will go through editing from an editor faculty-student pair. Then it will go through a review process with a faculty reviewer and student reviewer. And then it will ultimately be edited by the writing center, and then it will be formatted and ultimately published. So just to kind of give you an idea of all the things that we have to do right now for our first 3 volumes, this was all done through Trinity's email. So we're moving forward with the OJS, which is an automated software. And this is what the homepage will look like for our OJS when we open in a few weeks here, volume 4. This software basically is automated for peer-reviewed journals. So it will allow all of our users, including authors, editors, reviewers, to submit their work on there, and then also receive the work if you're on the other side of it, editing or reviewing. And so we encourage you to make an account if you have any aspirations of helping with the journal on the reviewing side, or if you might be publishing soon. It's very simple, and you'll find instructions in that in the Pulse for faculty reviewers or students as well.
And this is just to touch on another thing that we did. So we are very lucky to partner with the Committee for Student Clinical Research, and we'll be publishing around 30 abstracts from the Student Research Symposium. And then we're looking forward to a similar opportunity with the Surgery Research Day coming up in June. So just more up and coming. We plan to publish our 3rd edition and the supplemental edition. Our 3rd edition should be out end of the year-ish, spring-ish, and supplemental edition over the summer as well. We're looking forward to engaging with additional clinical partners for both research and faculty. Down the line, we're looking forward to indexing someday, and we're exploring our opportunities for that right now. And hopefully in the next week or 2, we'll be opening for volume 4 via the OJS system.
Yeah, and then just a special thanks to the Office of the President, the Office of Research and Sponsored Program, the NEOMED Foundation, and then faculty reviewers and compliance board members, and then Dr. Safadi and Trinity as well, and then all the members of our board. And if you have any questions, feel free to email us as well, or you can ask right now.
Okay. Thank you to, no, I do not. Thank you. Thank you to our presenters today. And what I want to make sure you all understand is this work that we've highlighted is amazing work, but it is just a small fraction of the work that we're all doing to promote our mission, to finish out this strategic plan. We're all creating transformational leaders. And I thank you for the time you've spent today. And we are done.